I sold it off when we cracked the drawers. I got what you need, even if I ain't got it. Nigga, I'll play middleman and I take out some grounds and replace your shit with been a fiber. If I got a wig and a pig, selling weaving some skins to a bitch, I may feel like Beyonce. They slime me on stick, you gon' see what I did. Cause these bitches put murder on ink like a shot. Plotting with thotties on logical profit. Who never had anything but a nice body. She mad cause she can't get she frosting the bocce. All that she used to was cook out of Raleigh. Got a dick, said some dumb shit like with Ari. Y'all looked at that bitch like she just farted. I'm sorry. I'm just emotion retarded. You bout to find out why they call me sweetheartless. I can't trust nobody, but feel that she solid. Can't have anybody. She had the right goddess. She don't even know that the pussy.
Yeah.
This is only thing I like
it's the new year, everybody.
That she got like a scholar, but not
and we got a super show today.
Dick up is so sloppy that she sucked the leather right up in your
we got our UNM family. YP.
Man.
Young Promise is in the building tonight. How you doing, fam?
Excellent.
Awesome,
I love New Year's.
Happy New Year.
Happy New
We're
Year.
gonna start this new year off right. So we got a heavy hitter in tonight. And we're starting the new year off right. Typically with this podcast, I usually don't waste any time. I dive right into it. So, Young Promise, quick question. How'd you get your start?
Just doing it. Just showing up and doing it. Just it was in me. So anytime music came on, anytime anybody beatbox, anytime a DJ went at a house party, it was something I could not hold back. No matter
It was
how
just in your DNA.
Just in it. Yes.
Do you have family members that was in music?
Yes, I absolutely do, which I just found out, in recent years because I met my birth family. And I'm gonna go ahead and do a shameless plug because my cousin Melissa Wright, if y'all remember Put It On Me by DJ Quick and Dre, that's my cousin Melissa Wright that actually is on that hook.
Oh, dope. So the family lineage is very talented.
It holds it. Yeah, it holds it. So to find that out later in my life, man, that was amazing because that was one of my favorite songs back in the day. Put It On Me.
Really?
You feel me? Yeah, she just hit me up if you need sex and dough and Hennessy. That's my blood cousin, bro.
That is that shit though. Yeah, that is.
That was that shit.
So who would you say influenced you?
Man, who influenced me? I'm gonna say honestly, from Gate with the power and the confidence, Queen Latifah, Tupac with the truth. Whether negative or positive, artists like Marvin Gaye, Sam Cooke, Etta James. These were people that lived through, time periods that were like, I'm going to take what it is, but they also were standouts no matter what. So they had to kind of grow into it. So like just knowing different genres of music and just hearing it before I really tapped into the history, those were songs that just hit me and just grabbed me like these lyrics ain't fake.
Right.
This is real. The soul is real. Like
you can feel it in your soul.
Yeah, all the way.
So where exactly are you from?
I'm from Southeast San Diego.
Oh. You think your sound, do you consider your sound as like a West Coast flavor?
Absolutely. I'm very versatile. I do music with a lot of artists outside of a West Coast sound, but I believe that's what really makes the connection and really ignites something different is the fact that West Coast has a profound grind. We have a profound shine. So like when we bring our hustle and grind to a track, you know what I'm saying? It's just embedded in us because West Coast is just so prominent in the game.
Right.
That, it doesn't leave nobody else out. It's just a different type of flavor. You know what I mean? So, of course, I have that. I'm born and raised all West Coast. I lived in all the major cities in California. So, I'll rep for the West forever. You know what I mean? It's where I'm from. So, but I love everybody, every coast we got,
Oh, yeah. We love the West Coast as well, Okay, so this is a basketball show, so I like to sprinkle in basketball questions from here to there. Who's your favorite basketball player? Old or new?
Honestly, forever, early 90s, Michael Jordan. I'm going to stick with it because Michael Jordan, like I woke up one day and was good at basketball. You feel me? Like when I was like in 5th grade or 6th grade. And it wasn't that I was just good at basketball. I didn't realize that I had studied that man.
Right.
I used to watch the games and I saw his influence. You know what I mean? For some reason, I've always been like a team person. I can pick up a strength of a weakness of somebody else because I was so in tune with mine, and I could really incorporate it into what I do. So when I used to watch Michael's flow, when I used to watch the pressure, when I used to watch the stress of the games, and I used to listen to the TikToks, and I see him at the timeouts, and then I seen how he affected people, I started collecting Michael Jordan's cards, and watching his games before I ever really touched a basketball. Like
nice. Your subconscious was soaking everything up as a youth.
Yeah,
that's dope.
Yeah,
that's dope.
It's a knowledge. I don't know. He just brought something, and he is to this day. Nothing going outside of his later life. Just all the influence and everything that I watched him master, and the way he brought up other players. Because people, that was his goal. You're gonna be better when you play with me. And then honestly, I can give you another part is that to watch Steve Kerr, build a team and stick with a team and make a team be glued together through ups and downs from a man who played with Michael Jordan. Yeah, I've been a Warriors fan for a long time. You know what I mean? But people, they don't understand. Steve Kerr gets ultimate kudos for me. You know what I mean? I remember Steve Kerr for 3.
Steve Kerr was like the ultimate feature. Like somewhat like how, I guess this is a shameless plug for, I'm giving shouts out to my fam. Somehow it's similar to how you were the feature on that Vic Trail song. Like you came through like Steve Kerr. She dished it out. You hit the tray. Let's let the audience get a peek at it real quick.
I love that.
I'm on a yacht and I'm coolin'. Niggas know what I'm doing. Look, ma, you can't stop me. I said it's a close case, ain't got no face. Assuming you knowin' the rules, a bold statement. I don't do no waiting. Laying back playing it cool, hoes taking, coming with more faking. I feel him like making a pool. 16 like he going to school. Saying she's yours, but I got her to drool. I'm in his head, he a bird, so he flocking. Getting cold on the block, not right in the center, but feeling a stocking. I'ma get up so high, I see it, and I just wanna cop it. Shopping, said he got bread, but ain't making deposits. I know where he's at, cause I showed him his options. Ooh, I'm getting busy with all that smoke, my nigga just roll. I got a bending it over, tell me the color, I'm choosing a Rover. Niggas really mad, cause I know that it's over. Coming in closer, keeping it clean, strap with the roller. That nigga's a baby, pushing the stroller. Yo, he think it's a dream, so that nigga just froze. Seen that nigga get shot, his hip hop back in the dandruff, felt like snow. I'm moving fast, pushing a wet, so I'm always on go. Niggas ain't stop me, I'm on my moment, so I ain't never gon' slow. I'm on a yacht, and I'm coolin'. Niggas know what I'm doing. If I get a shot, then I'm shooting. Niggas know how I'm grooving. Tryna touch on my body. Look, ma, you can't stop me. I'm getting groovy with the whole posse. I done broke the chains, you ain't got me. I'm on a yacht, and I'm coolin'. Niggas know what I'm doing. If I get a shot, then I'm shooting. Niggas know how I'm grooving. Tryna touch on my body. Look, ma, you can't stop me. I'm getting groovy with the whole posse. I done broke the chains, you ain't got me.
Nigga, I'm ice cold and I'm hot. I'm a big boat and you nut. It's my time, know what? And I'm grooving on a yacht. Y'all so, and I know so. No games, no yo-yos. Hitting on me is a no-no. I'm on go-go, no stop. When the beat drop, I go Michael. Give me one shot, I'ma pop. I go psycho on the mic though. With my mind blown, puff a cyclone in a blindfold. Got a nice flow. I'm a tyro with a nice glow, like fine gold. And I'm lit like a night show. I'm cruising, nigga. Tell me what the fuck is you doing, nigga? If you ain't out here improving, nigga. I'm making money, making movements bigger. If you a fraud, I can't be grooving with ya. Let me paint the picture. Big waves is the plan, and I'm surfing now, no sand. If you miss me, but you diss me, then think back on your chance. You can catch me if we land, Killer White P. In Victrail I am.
I'm on a yacht and I'm coolin'. Niggas know what I'm doing. If I get a shot, then I'm shooting. Niggas know how I'm grooving. Tryna touch on my body. Look, ma, you can't stop me. I'm getting groovy with the whole posse. I done broke the chains, you ain't got me. I'm on a yacht and I'm coolin'. Niggas know what I'm doing. If I get a shot, then I'm shooting. Niggas know how I'm grooving. Tryna touch on my body. Look, ma, you can't stop me. I'm getting groovy with the whole posse. I done broke the chains, you ain't got me.
Hate it or not, we on a yacht, we cruising, nigga. If you a fraud, we can't be grooving with you.
Hey,
that
was rocking.
Yeah,
that was rocking right there. That version came through like Steve Kerr with the tray. That's it.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites thus far.
Yeah, that was a dope song. So we're gonna take a second. It's a new year. This is a different kind of show. It's lit tonight. We're setting it on fire. So for all of the basketball heads, we are adding a new jersey to the fold tonight.
Oh.
All right. So on the count of how my fam YP just dropped that Pistol Pete verse, we're gonna add Pistol Pete to the cipher. We'll be adding Mr. Pistol Pete to the cipher to join us for the interview. And we will be carrying on. Stay there, Pete. We'll be carrying on. Okay, YP. All right, so who's your top 5 rappers?
Top 5. Shit. Independent.
Any order you like.
Man, that's so hard. Top 5.
Okay, tell you what. We'll do a spin. On it.
Okay.
Who's your top 5 NBA players?
Ooh, okay. So we know Michael Jordan.
Michael.
Okay. We're going to have to give it to, honestly, because I was a point guard all my life. I played all 5 positions, but I'm point guard all my life. Steve Nash. Nasty.
Ooh.
Ugly hair, but nasty.
Ooh. Not ugly hair Nash.
But nasty. Right? Then I got to throw a female in there because I watched her from collegiate up. Diana Taurasi. Nasty.
The GOAT.
Literally, right?
Yeah. The GOAT.
Man. And I'm gonna go with also you know what? AI was one of my favorites. I love standouts. Really? Yeah, he was one of my favorites. Yes, I'm gonna say it like that. He was one of my favorites. And
your last one.
Steph Curry. The reason I say Steph Curry, all around, fundamental, the way that the loyalty stays with the team is just all. That's who I am. That's what really made me stick to sports. Building, rebuilding, never stop practicing. What am I not good at? Never quit. Never quit. You know what I mean? And I used to keep Jordan's quote on my shoe every game, and it says, "If you don't, who will?"
Nice.
I used to write it on every shoe they gave us. You know what I mean? Every team shoe, it was on there. And then I had the Philippians 4:13 on the back of my right shoe. You feel me? So
motivation.
When it comes down to just following that man, and it's inside the arenas and outside. You know what I'm saying? It's not just for me because that's the life I've led. I really follow people like that. And it's music too. Basketball is the same way. When you have a leadership and you own it, people think that it's easy. It's not. You got to stay practicing. You got to grow with the growth. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's the same thing in the music business. You got to stay at it. You got to stay working on your craft.
Absolutely. So, and these are people that I've followed, studied, appreciate. I work near people that have been affected by them. And that's just what it's about. You know what I'm saying? That reach, it goes deep and it goes long and it goes wide. So, I give it to them because people don't understand. When I found basketball, I was the type of person that bought jump soles. You know what I'm saying? I was out there like, I'm hitting backboard. I'm only 5'6". I'm hitting backboard. You know what I'm saying? I'm dribbling with tennis balls. I'm shooting
Right.
with my left hand and right hand. I'm dribbling with my knees. You know what I'm saying?
Sound like you
Shit.
nice.
Oh yeah, I love. That was my first love. That was
Right.
my first love. And
Music and basketball, huh?
Yeah, all the way.
That is awesome. That
All
is
the way.
awesome. That means we have to have you back on the show. We have to.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
we
so
locked.
let's transition.
Okay.
And not to bring a dark cloud over things, but I got a question. All right,
Okay.
so what is your opinion and how do you feel about what's going on with these young rappers today, getting killed, running into jams, getting life behind bars? What's your opinion on today's youth in rap with the negative press and like, and their lives being in danger?
Yeah. That's a good question. I think about it a lot. A lot of people won't believe me, but I've thought about it since I was a child because I think about how much celebrity life kills you. You know what I mean? If certain things don't really pan out to be helpful and beneficial to your physical self and your mental and emotional self, I've always wanted to study why some of these greats end up with that same path you described. And so as of today, I'm gonna tell you like this: that shit's expired. It's old. I'm tired of seeing it. But I know that it comes from a misguidance. I know that it comes from a desperation. I know that as our community, being Black folks, we are talented and gifted in a lot of ways, and it gets extorted and it gets really, I can say, it gets shed on every other race, and they see it as a highlight where they get to be like, AKA the NIGGA, but they don't understand to always be extorted for what you're naturally good at. And to come from a history that said, you're the strongest people alive, but let's see how weak we can make you. It affects me. It affects me a lot because I've gone through a time period in my life. I just came back to music in 2020 after a 9-year hiatus. And to come back and see what was going on, I really told my partner at the time, I don't want to be a martyr for this game. I want to change it. I want to give a guidance to the young folks. Shout out Victrell I Am and Cruising. That kid's 18 years younger than me. He's absolutely amazing. I would hate to see him go down a path that a lot of our rappers today and our celebrity Black men and women, that path it just comes to just death and destruction.
Right.
And people allow us to do it. That's the problem.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying? I love you. I love your music. I love what you do. No, you don't. Because if you see me falling, pick me up.
Pick me up.
If it's a conversation, if it's, hey, bro, sit down for a second. You too gifted. You came this far. Don't just put that shit as a meme. You know what I mean? These people close to you. And I'm speaking off this because I have it in my real life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it does affect me. There's a leadership, like I talked about with sports. It's a character build that I've gained. And I didn't just play basketball. I did track, volleyball, and softball. And these coaches pulled me out of basketball to use me for their game, but it still gave me a different take on the same character build. It's leadership. So when we let our favorites fall off, we know what the income is going to be, right?
Right.
That's what America allows. And then we get caught up in I had to go over here. I didn't know. I'm tired of seeing people crying after the fact. You know what I mean? Call me. I'm crying with you right now. What are we going to do to fix it? You know what I'm saying? It's real.
That's facts.
So it is. It affects me very hard as a label owner, as a person who's really set myself aside to really, when shit wasn't right, I went left. I was willing to take those paths and put myself in those dirty moments to find out how to clean up. You know what I mean? And forever, to the casket closed. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give my last breath to effort. And if it takes being something different, which I already am, then I'm gonna own it and I'm gonna spread it. And I hope it's infectious to the ones that it counts for, and especially some in the music game that really aspire, but they're being beaten down by shit that really don't matter.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Be true.
Right.
Music's true to you. Be true to it. Do you learn, build, get better, step back when you need to, step to the right, step to the left, but always forward.
So with today's social media and how things have expanded and basically blew up, how has that affected your fan base and your reach? Has it helped you out any?
Yeah, in many ways, absolutely. There's negative and positive, of course. But the type of person I am, the mind that I have, it's helped me be beneficial by the analytics. Like I said, I rebuilt, you know what I'm saying? I came back after built my label 12 years ago, you know what I'm saying? But I just owned it as of 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So with social media and me coming back in a time period where back then it was all feet to the pavement, CDs pressed up, we making our own shit, we hitting show after show. So when I came back in a digital world, it absolutely helped propel the way that I was going to be methodical with my attack with music.
Right.
People don't understand I had to rebuild my sound. I had to I had to get on the mic. I had to start doing, it was a different time and age. So for the most part, a lot of my close supporters of the last 2 years or so, they know that I really, if I didn't have to have social media cracking, I wouldn't. I'd be out there physically. It's all action and intent.
That's how we used to do it.
That's how we used to do it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I learned. And for the most part, it is very beneficial if you use it for the right reasons. I tell people a lot of the time, some things affect people differently. I'm the type of person that I'm learning at the same time I'm teaching. So I'm learning the back end, but networking through social media can be very effective. I am my own machine. I do everything by myself. Every category you can think of doing in a label or being an artist or developing or engineering, I do it all by myself. I reach out. I get the best producers, but it takes trial and error.
Yeah, that's and owning and running a label myself, that's pretty much how we have to do it.
Yes.
You know, that's pretty much how we have to do it. We have to be every job, every facility on the staff. We have to fulfill it.
Absolutely.
And you're doing a fine job as well, fam.
Thank you.
So, who's your favorite artist?
Me.
Let's knock it off.
Right now, honestly, I mean, when I say that, I do mean me because I get to deal with me one-on-one. And I don't get to put out as much growth as networks and social media sees. I see my growth, but due to pop-ups in life, in general, I can't really give it all to my fans and supporters. And I think that's how it's supposed to go. You feel me? But I'm very proud of myself. And my fans know I'm gonna struggle with them. I'm gonna shine with them. I'm gonna grow with them. I'm gonna love with them. I'm gonna really be like, yeah, we don't really like that. Okay. But I'm gonna be real with you. Right. But one of my favorite artists, because I go through these waves of artists, I really tap in. When I tap into a sound and a story, it's not just this physical look and this. It's never money. I don't chase it. It chases me. My favorite artist right now, I got to give it to the independent artist who's made himself mainstream in his own lane, is Russ. The reason I say that is because I've listened to him years ago. I've watched his grind. I've stopped listening to him because mine came back, and that was forefront. And honest to God, to watch a person tell people something that they may not believe, that I invested in me. I invest in me. I believed in me. I've had to tell several people, I believe in me more than you could ever believe in me. Even though they tell me, I believe in you. Yes, and I appreciate it, and it's all gratitude. But I have so many artists that I absolutely admire. I could never give you just one, mainstream and independent. But right now, as of the last half a year, I've watched something open a floodgate for what I do as an independent in general.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The investment part, the ownership part, that ties into a lot of artists and greats that I've really been influenced by, from Pac. Even to Nipsey. People got so many different opinions, but if you watch instead of just listen, you might get more of what's valid when it comes down to really taking a dream and saying, I don't care because my dream doesn't just come with a selfishness. My dream is to leave something, and that's what the game's about. Every OG laces up the next. The knowledge you share with who you know is going to take it and fly with it. So right now I've been paying attention to the grind because I'm right there on the cusp of what exactly that man Russ is doing. He's not only putting people on, but he's also dabbling with the greats. You know, from Snoop Dogg, you know, to high comedians. He's right there, but he's going right back home and he's doing everything he said he was going to do years ago.
Facts.
Because when you pray for something and you realize you got it, and you don't let nothing get in the way of that. Because nobody knows how much you prayed about it. Nobody knows how much you sacrificed for real. You can say it, but I can tell you entirely right now, I have to give him his roses, and I have to thank him for opening a lane for independent artists like myself who have a different sound, who have a different steam, who have a hood conscience, you know, and I'm not afraid to say that because I don't need to sit here and focus on gangster rap because I'm black. Yes, I love gangster rap. I love all kinds of rap. It's an expression, but I enjoy art.
Exactly. And that's the main thing. I mean, it is a form of art. It is a form of expression. It's one of the first forms of expression. Even before you know, actual language, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
So right now, this is a fan favorite.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen the show before, but I like to call this the shotgun questions.
Okay.
Now, on the shotgun questions, I give you a choice of 2 words. You know, they could be like things, it could be like names or whatever, and you have your choice between the 2. No words wrong, no words right.
Got
you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Yellow light, red light.
Yellow light.
New shoes, new clothes.
New shoes.
Robin Thicke or John B?
John B.
Little John or John Legend?
John Legend.
Hot sauce or Tabasco?
Hot sauce.
Rice or potatoes?
Potatoes.
Left Eye or Aaliyah?
Aaliyah.
Good call.
Yeah.
LeBron or Kobe?
Kobe. Stop.
Nah,
Forever. Forever.
I shouldn't even ask that one.
That's why they put him on my 5. That's why they put him on my 5 because he's not even. He's.
Oh my God. We got a Kobe
there.
episode coming. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to call you back. Okay. So, onions or garlic?
Garlic.
Stacey Dash or Vivica Fox?
Vivica.
Dej Loaf or The Brat?
Ty.
I get one of them somewhere. Phone call or text message?
Phone call.
Porsche or Lamborghini?
Lambo.
Fried or baked?
Baked.
And here's the last question. Nas or Jay-Z?
Oh my God. I'm just going to say this. Volume 99. Inspired the rest of my life from 99. Jay-Z. People hate me if you want to, but y'all don't know what it did to me.
Out of the 2, I agree. Out of the 2, I definitely agree.
No, real shit. Real shit. Like, on everything.
So, for the trivia question.
Okay.
We're going to do something a little different tonight since it's a new year.
Okay.
So, instead of me asking a trivia question, I'm going to ask a different kind of question tonight. Okay, so YP, Young Promise. Where do you see yourself in your label in 2 years?
2 years. So I see my label, 2 years, Work All Day Records. It's an LLC. I provide services, right? I want to teach youth how to self-record. I want to provide it to multiple high schools, even colleges. Membership fee less than $10. It's all about how you apply yourself. I want to be at least with I would say 5 to 10 artists that are absolutely outstanding at what they do, every genre, any genre, I should say. I will be traveling and also using Work All Day to put out almost like a resort. I'm going to say a resort type travel.
Nice.
Week that you can come and focus on something that you need mentally, emotionally, and physically. That's what the Work All Day is about. It's not about just work. It's about us working our growth, working our mind, body, and soul. So I want to travel. I want to share this with children, young adults, full adults, older adults. In 2 years, I think that can absolutely be put in play. Where I'm at right now, I'm actually running solo dolo again. No relationship, no child, no dog, none of that. And I know the time period is right for that. So 2 years from now, it is the second day in 2023. So by 2025, I would like to start making sure that I have people signing up and subscribing to get your mind right, your heart right, have that balance, be emotionally sound, be able to take on these things that are going to come back to us at a better mindset. And I want them to be able to follow a person that says what I do is protect and provide. And I don't want nobody to take that from me because that is my whole life's purpose. And I've known it since I was probably 6, 7 years old.
I feel that. And that is some dedication.
Absolutely.
I feel that. That's respected. That's well respected. How can people get attached with you? How can people get a hold of you? Where can they hear you? How can they find you?
Okay.
How can they tune in?
Yeah, I mean, you already know Facebook. I had to switch the name up. The Real Young Promise. The is THA. Real spelled common. Promise. PROMISS. No E. I don't make them to break them. So then you can hit me also on my Killer YP page. I almost deleted that, but I'm gonna keep everything up. I have my Wad Squad clothing page, which is my merch line. Merch, for Work All Day and accessories from anything from the gym to the office to the household. I got a couple lines rolling out. So Facebook, The Real Young Promise, Killer YP. You can hit me on IG, Killer YP _ on the beat. I just started my Work All Day LLC page as well. So if you tap on there, just make sure to hit the bio. Go there. I'm also on Twitter, Killer YP. Keeping it easy. Killer is KILLUH YP, like Young Promise. So everybody that's been following me and keep spelling Killer wrong, I ain't gonna charge it to your heart, but stop doing that because that's my content ID. You feel me? So Killer YP, bro, and that just comes from like how many features I did when I came back. People just like Killer YP, Killer. So I'm like, okay, that's how we earn our name. So I gave respect back. Killer YP. You could actually type that in anything: YouTube, IG, Facebook. Twitter, you can hit Spotify Young Promise, YOUNG PROMISS. Now, mind you, there was a man out when I came back named Young Promise. And I thought about paying people to build my content ID and skip ahead of him. Nope. All I had to do was work. Now I don't see him nowhere. 2 years later. Who?
Hard work. That's it. Yeah.
Killer YP.
Saturate everything.
Man, so if y'all really need me, excuse me, allergies. I do graphic services for a multitude of different types of organizations. I do it for myself. I do it for independent artists, comedians, club owners. We build tickets and this and that. You guys need me, hit me directly in the inbox. I don't respond a lot via the chat comments if it's business. If it's business, email me, workalldayrecords@gmail.com for anything music projects, or you want to tap in with my new artist, Veronica Kelly. Let me do a shout out. She's here in Town Square, January 14, 2023. I'm rebranding her, bringing her back. She's amazing and outstanding. So y'all put some good vibes into that for us. But yeah, every time you need me, hit me. We'll talk, discuss. If it ain't right at the moment, keep working. Might be right down the road.
You covered it. You covered it, fam. I really appreciate you coming out tonight and hollering at us. We really, 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 really dig you coming out, and you were super insightful.
Thank you.
And your story's dope. Your music video is dope as well.
Thank you.
All right, so everybody, y'all get ready for next week's episode. I'll tune everybody in on Facebook, and I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Atomic Drop. Where's it at? Atomic Drop clothing line. I'm rocking that tonight. And you'll be able to look in the comments and find out how to get a hold of that. That's one of Law Music Group's clothing apparel companies. All right, so we'll be talking to you real soon, fam. Thanks a lot for coming out. We can talk basketball and music anytime.
Thank you for having me. Y'all look out for that new track with Wave Kings. Y'all know what song. It's called What's Going On. YP featuring Wave Kings. It's come out 1/11. Don't miss it. The video's on the way too.
Yeah. All right, don't miss it. Thanks a lot, YP.
Thank you.
Straight out the jungle. We from the jungle. Straight out the jungle. We from the jungle. Straight out the jungle. We from the jungle. We from the jungle. Straight out the jungle. Straight off the block. We from the jungle. And it works. Straight out the jungle. Man, it get hot. We from the jungle. Take off your shirt. Straight out the jungle. This is the wood. We from the jungle. We ready to go. Straight out the jungle. When you come to my hood, we from the jungle. Better act like you know. Straight out the jungle. Yeah. All of my niggas from the jungle, ready to rumble. Hook up and fumble, slip up and stumble. Sick of the mumble, sick with the mumps. Kill 'em a tumble, nigga, you know.